What's up guys, and welcome back to episode number 3 of this Southampton career mode. Obviously today last time out we went out of the pre-season tournament, so today is all about training the players we've got, bringing in some new signings and cracking on with the Premier League. I've had a look through the comments that you left on the first episode with your suggestions of players to sign, and I've added a few of them to the shortlist. Not all of them. Obviously we no longer need a right back now Callum Chambers is here, but Rugani, the centre back, we don't need one, but he's an option if we decide to strengthen in that area. Leroy Sané from Schalke would be a good option out wide on the right hand side. I've also added Kekuta Mane from Vancouver Whitecaps. I don't know much about him personally, but I will get a scout report and we'll see if he would be suitable. Ryan Gould, obviously the young guy from Sporting Lisbon, Scottish guy, lots and lots of potential, just 19 years of age, which is exactly the sort of player that I want to be signing, to be fair. And I've also added Victor Fischer from Ajax. I think he's a player with a lot of potential, doing good things in the Dutch league at the moment, so he would also be a decent signing as well. We've sent a lot of inquiries, we're just waiting for the clubs to respond. So one thing I was pretty bad at in the Palace career mode is remembering to do the training. I was well reminded in one of the comments on the last video, so here we go, concentrating on the young lads, hopefully helping them develop this year. It'll be just as key as signing the right players for me. So confirmation that Gazzaniga has joined Blackburn for £1 million, and then Adrien Rabiot, obviously the midfielder from PSG. They only want 10 for him. We're going for a lot of midfielders. We've got a lot on the shortlist. I'm going to try and obviously pick up bargains and negotiate where I can, but 10 is not too bad for this guy. And Hoffenheim have come back to us and said they want 26 million for Volland. That's not happening. I'm going to offer 12.5 just to test the water, but I don't really want to go much higher than that. So our 6.5 million bid for Emre Can was rejected. I'm now going to go back in with the £7.5 million. I think that would be still a good signing for the club. Spurs have rejected our offer for Dele Alli. They've come back and said they want 7. Oh, I'm going to offer 6, and we need to think about this because obviously bidding for like 10 midfielders, we're going to have to pick eventually, if any of the offers are accepted, which ones we would buy. I'm going to keep them all going. I do like to send a lot of bids out and then narrow it down through process of elimination, but Dele Alli is definitely a target. Barcelona want 17.5 for Rafinha. That's not happening. I only want 10.5 for Sergio Roberto. Now, I would love to bring him to the club. Obviously, he's doing good things. He does play occasionally in La Liga for Barcelona, and he is a very good youngster. So Leon Goretzka has rejected a move, saying he doesn't want to relocate, but he could be persuaded. Basically, give me more money. That is not the attitude I want. We're just going to turn our attentions elsewhere. Okay, so more training going on here. Again, focusing on the younger players that are on the fringes of the first team. Again, not great results. But I am choosing the harder drills that there's a lot of very difficult drills here, which would explain why the results are low, but it all helps with the development in the end. So we've had Stevenage come in for Will Wood on a season-long loan. Going to accept it. Get out, get developed, my son. Again, 26 million is what they've asked for Volland. It's not happening. Turn our attentions elsewhere. 10 million for Rabiot. They're not budging on that. I'm going to try and meet them kind of halfway and offer 8. I won't go any higher. Good news regarding one of our transfer offers. They've accepted the £8 million bid for Yannick Bolasie. He wants 60k a week. I'm not going to give him that. I'll give him 55, and I think he would be an important first team player. So we'll offer this and see if he accepts. Liverpool have accepted the £7.5 million bid for Emre Can. He doesn't want to negotiate on wages, just wants 35, which is what he's on at Liverpool, which is pretty cool, to be honest with you. I'll give him 10% per goal. Can't see him scoring many, but I think he would be an important first team player at the club as well. So we'll offer this. Hopefully he will make the right decision. So Spurs are not budging on Ali. We're going to offer 7 just to keep keep it going, and we'll see what we can do. So we've had another loan offer for one of the youngsters. Josh Sims is going to join Notts County. Again, this will aid his development, and obviously, hopefully, next year they will improve a lot. So Barcelona have accepted our bid for Sergio Roberto. It wasn't an expensive offer, only 7.5 mil. So I would rather actually bring him in than Emre Can, because he's the kind of player that I want at the club. Technically, good at good passer of the ball, pretty good all-round midfielder. He would be a real coup for Southampton, I think. I'm also going to put a £10 million bid in for Andre Schürrle, because I think 9.5 million is a low valuation for him. He can play out wide, can play as a can play as a striker as well. He's been there and done it in the Premier League. Obviously, he was at Chelsea, didn't get a lot of game time, but he would be very good for us. So PSG have rejected the £8 million bid for Rabiot. We've got a lot of players that we're negotiating with at the moment. We're going to have to choose if they all agree a deal. But again, he's similar to Sergio Roberto, got a lot of potential. He's only 20 years old. He's obviously at PSG, which is one of the top clubs in Europe. He would probably move to get more first-team football, particularly to the Premier League. We'll offer him important first-team player status and see what he says. Now, in terms of permanent deals, Kakuta Mane, Vancouver Whitecaps want 2.2 million. Sounds like a bargain. I'm going to get a scout report on him, like I said. And they want 5 million for Ryan Gould. However, he is loan listed and his wages are incredibly low. So I may just try and get him in on the season, see if we can develop him and obviously work with him and probably put a future fee in the deal so that we could sign him next year if he was good enough. So we're going to offer a 1-year loan deal, 20% bonus per goal and a future fee of 3 million, which I think would be a bargain. Obviously, if we can test the water with him, see how good he is this year, and if he's good enough, it would be a really, really good signing for the future going forward. So Yannick Bolasie has made the decision for us. We offered him what he wanted, I think, but he's a top player at Crystal Palace and said he doesn't feel the move suits him, so I'm not going to go back in for him. If he doesn't want to join, that's fair enough. We've got to respect that. We've had some other clubs come back to us. Obviously, Sane, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. They want 10 million for him, Schalke. We're going to go back in with a £7 million bid. Obviously, he's very young. He's got a lot of potential. Benzia is a no. They're not interested in discussing his availability, but Ajax have come back to us regarding Victor Fischer and say they want 9. Now, I'm going to offer 6 because obviously the Bolasie deal has fallen through. This could be an alternative. So Spurs have finally accepted our £7 million offer for Dele Alli. 30k a week, not a lot of wages. I'll put him down as an important first team player on a 4-year deal. We'll offer it to him and then we'll make a decision whether he accepts or not. He may pull out, who knows. So they rejected the loan offer with the future fee of 3 million. We're going to go back in. They asked us for 5 million. We're going to put that as the future fee because I would like the option to sign him at the end of his loan spell, obviously depending on how well he plays. Our bid for Schürrle has been rejected. They want 17, which is not happening. Rabiot, Emre Can have both accepted their contracts and agreed to join Southampton. Now, I'm going to stall these for now because obviously we have other options available to us, but both very good players, both would be very good signings. Victor Fischer, they're just letting us know here that Ajax have received a £6.5 million bid for Torino, so he's a wanted man. Look at that, Bayern have snatched Kevin Volland. Ajax rejected our bid for Fischer and he's moved to Torino, so we can't even submit an improved offer for him. Sane, they want 10 million. They're not budging. I'm going to offer 8.2. Try and meet them somewhere in between. Dele Alli has agreed to join. I'm going to stall that as well for the time being. Obviously, I don't want to stall it too long because I don't want to get to where the deals just break off and then we get to the start of the season and we've got nobody. Sergio Roberto has rejected our offer. Now, he was my preference in central midfield, actually. The player that I wanted to bring in the most, that I was most excited about joining. So we're going to offer a slightly improved offer. If he rejects this, we'll go elsewhere. Now, we've got a scout report on this guy, and yes, he does look decent. I may try and loan him just so we can have a look at him a little bit further, but he looks good. Obviously, there is room for improvement, but he's very, very quick, which is exactly what you want as a winger. He may be an ideal player to bring it off the bench should we, need to open up defences late on in a game. He's only on £5,000 a week as well, so I'm actually going to offer 1.2 mil for this guy. Could be the steal of the century. And look at that, Jake Hesketh has received a loan offer from Borussia Dortmund. Now, we are delighted with that because obviously if he could get Bundesliga football, that would really, really aid his development. So I'm going to accept it, no question about that at all. So Sporting have come back to us, so they haven't yet made a decision on our offer for Ryan Gould. They will be back in touch with us again shortly. And look at that, Sergio Roberto has agreed to join. We offered him just £2,500 a week extra. He's reconsidered it, 7.5 million. I think that is an absolute bargain. And I'm going to be bringing him in. Hopefully, we can add somebody else to the squad as well. But Sergio Roberto, central midfield, is a superb capture for this football club. Again, Schalke rejected our offer for Sane. Not going back in, deal over. So Cambridge United have come in for Armani Little on loan for a season. Again, not going to stand in their way. This is exactly why we loan listed these youngsters. They can get some experience and come back better next season. Kakuta Mane deals off. They've not accepted our low offer. It was a low offer, but I'm not going to pursue it at this time. Maybe when it comes to, closer to the first game of the season and we definitely need another winger, I may go back in for him. And good news, Sporting Lisbon come back and they did accept our offer to bring in Ryan Gould with a future buy fee of just £5 million. This is exactly what we want. Young players joining the club. He could be a steal. Another loan offer, another departure. Sam Gallagher will be joining Yeovil Town for a season. So we've done a budget adjustment. I've had a long think, and out of the midfield players that we have, negotiated for that we need to confirm, I am going to bring in Dele Alli. And possibly, I don't think we need any more. Obviously, we've got Gould now. We've brought in Sergio Roberto and Dele Alli. That will make it enough central midfield players, so we can turn our attentions now to getting a winger before the beginning of our Premier League season. But Dele Alli has become a saint. And quite a few other teams have gone in for him as well. You can see the French club, 1.6 million, they've gone in for him. And Dutch club Groningen as well have gone in for him. 1.6 million seems to be the fee, so we've matched that. Hopefully, he will make the right choice. So as you know, youth is going to be a big factor here. That's the project that we've got here at Southampton. Good young players creating a side for the future. We've got our first youth scout report come back. And this guy, Emilio Vilna, Brazilian guy, can play pretty much anywhere. He's got potential of 94. So, of course, we're going to bring him and snap him up to the club. Let's have a look at the others. Acuna, not quite good enough. Santoso, potential of 92. Again, not going to pass up the opportunity to bring these guys in. We can train them, we can develop them. We'll play him in the Capital One Cup. Going to bring him in as well. And the other guy, not quite good enough. But we'll keep scouting and we'll keep looking. So the youth scout report has come back from Spain as well. Not quite as impressive as the one from Brazil. None of them are really good enough at this stage for us to sign them. But we'll keep scouting, as I say, and keep our lookouts. So it's the moment we've all been waiting for, the Premier League opening day here at St James's Park. We're taking on Newcastle. It took me ages to pick a starting 11. Obviously, with all the new players we've brought in, we've got a really, really strong squad now. We're going to play a 4-4-1-1 for this one, see if this formation suits us. We've got options on the bench to change it, but Fraser Forster starting in goal. Target, Fonte, Van Dijk and Cedric are going to be the back four. Tadic wide left, Mane wide right, Victor Wanyama and Sergio Roberto in the middle. Dele Alli is going to play just behind Graziano Pella, who leads the line up top. Okay, so here we go. Premier League opener. I know a lot of you may disagree with my selection. I apologise if you don't agree, but we're just seeing... It's going to take a few games for us to work it out. I'd like to have gone a bit further in that pre-season competition to try out some more formations, but we obviously got eliminated and we didn't have the luxury of doing that. So let's just see how we go, and we'll change things if and when we need to. Good bit of play. Wanyama back to Cedric. Good turn from him. Picks out Dele Alli. Skins his man. Into the box. Goes down. Penalty given 8 minutes into the season. Good footwork from Dele Alli. Good bit of patient build-up play. And we have got the chance to take the lead inside the opening 10 minutes. So it's Dusan Tadic with the chance to give us the lead from the spot. Left footer. I don't like left-footed penalty takers. Oh, he's lifted it in. Above Tim Krul. No chance. Positive start to the season. 1-0. Loving life. So you go, Krul went the right way, but the height on it deceived him, and we've got the lead. Good defensive work from Sergio Roberto, and we've played the ball out calmly, and we're going to launch a counter-attack here. Matty Target tries to play 1-2 with Pella. Pella looks inside for Dele Alli. Pella continues his run. We could be in here. A really good counter-attacking move. Pella with the finish. Oh, off the post. Here's CM de Jong. Hits one on the turn. That was not far away at all. Too much space in the middle there. Here's Dele Alli. Picks up the ball in that pocket again. Pella, really good play in the midfield, guys. Sergio Roberto turns. Got space for the shot. Tries to finesse one. Not the best effort. Tim Krul with a comfortable stop. Newcastle coming forward. They've worked the ball well. In with a chance here. Sissoko behind the defence. What a save from Fraser Forster to keep us 1-0 up. 5 minutes before half-time. Crucial time in the game. They worked the ball around really well. And what a reaction save that is. Tadic finds Dele Alli. Can we add to our lead just before half-time? No, we can't. Half-time whistle's gone. Been a very, very even first half. We've played some really good stuff, but Newcastle have had their chances as well. We still lead from that 10-minute penalty from Dusan Tadic. 1-0. Lots to do still in the second half to come away from here with all 3 points. Here is Jan Matt for Newcastle. Plays the ball into space. Here's Doumbia. Turns, puts the ball into the box. They've got a man over here. It's Wijnaldum. Great touch. Great finish, sloppy defending right at the start of this second half. The cross deceived everybody and Wijnaldum was there, nobody around him, kept his composure. You can see here, good turn over there and he's just hung that in the air. I don't know where the defenders have gone. Wanyama tried to head it, got nowhere near it. 1-1. Oh, good interception from Wanyama, slips it through to Pella, hits one first time. Not far away at all. Newcastle worked it well here. It is Wijnaldum getting it into the area. Can't bring him down. Gets the shot away. Just wide. Okay, so we changed to a 4-3-3 formation, the one that worked well in pre-season. Charlie Austin has come on to replace Pella. I'm not sure if I want to make any other changes at this stage. There is only 15 minutes left, though. Maybe Jay Rodriguez. Yeah, I'm going to take bring Jay Rodriguez on. Take Tadic off. He's had a quiet one, even though he obviously scored the goal. It was from the penalty spot. So here's Dele Alli. Finds Cedric. Plays it out wide. Here's Mane. Can we create an opportunity here? Hasn't got a lot of support. I'm not going to lie. He might go all the way on his own. Mane. Oh, so close. Cedric trying to dispossess Dummett here. Newcastle are happy with the draw. They're just knocking it around at the back, keeping possession. They have worked it forward though. Here's Doumbia. We're deep into stoppage time. A goal now would be a winner. No doubt about that. He's got a lot of pace. He's put the ball into the box. Need to defend it. John Joe Shelvey has got there with a diving header deep into stoppage time. We've had well over the allotted 2 minutes. But we're going to begin the season with a loss here. Dumbia's pace. We couldn't deal with it. Cross came in. Take nothing away from Shelvey. That's a brilliant header. But we need to do better with the defending. Look, Target's gone to clear it with his foot. Had he have headed it away, we might have been alright, but season's going to begin with a defeat. And there you go, full-time whistle's gone. We didn't even have the chance to get a shot away. Newcastle 2, Southampton 1. Disappointing having taken the lead so early, not to have added to it and put the game out of sight, but probably a fair result in the end. Newcastle did play fairly well. We played really well as well. I'm not disappointed with the performance, just not the result we wanted on the opening day. Our first youth scout report from England has come in. And there are some decent players on here. You've got Grant Washington. You've also got James Ward, who's got a potential of 91. So we're going to bring him in. And I'm going to sign Grant Washington as well, I think. His strengths are, well, his potential is in his agility and acceleration, which is exactly the sort of player that we're looking for. He's only 15 years old, though. So we'll leave him for now. We'll keep scouting him further. But James Ward has joined the club. So that will bring this episode to a close, guys. Only the one game today with the season opener because there was a lot of transfer dealings before that game. But obviously, don't read too much into it. We're only one game in. Lots of time to turn it around. Even in that Palace career mode where we won the league, we had a lot of defeats. But we are sat down in 15th place at the moment after that defeat to Newcastle. You see Spurs are in the bottom 3. Watford are bottom. Crystal Palace are actually top of the table. Everton second. It's not worth me reading it out. There's only one game played. You can see the results on the screen, but we need to improve. I feel like we've signed well. I feel like the squad is good and can certainly challenge for at least a Europa League spot this season. Long way to go. We're training, development. We'll be alright. We're bringing the youth players through as well, so hopefully the Capital One Cup will be a good chance for them to develop their skills, and I want to win a trophy this year. The FA Cup probably the most realistic target for us, but one game, one defeat. Don't be too disappointed. Make sure you come back for episode number 4. That will come out over the weekend, and we will see you again next time. Mwah!